What's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with the review for Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 2, the finale. So let's get to it, shall we? Big Baby Swole says, I am not just a singer in Pretty Ricky, but I am also a producer and a writer. I've written for Bobby Valentino. And I said I wasn't going to do no interpretations and no imitations of that. Yeah, because Big Baby Swole got so many talents. The fake company, Clear Vision, has fake hired him as their vice president. I said, nigga, if we gonna reach, we might as well reach for the goddamn top. They done hired him as the vice president, and now he gonna work with Bobby. He wants y'all to watch him in action. Spectacular is tickled about this whole thing. He says, Big Baby Swole finally met his match in Bobby. Bobby is always gonna be Bobby. He says that he's the gay Beyonce, so he about to slay this performance. He got his horns and shit fixed up. It's so funny how we can like and hate Bobby all at the same time. He is, quite a what is the word that I'm talking about? He is quite the involved character. That's not the word, but that's all I could come up with now. All right, now this performance that Bobby got coming up, Big Baby Swole has invited everybody down to see it, even Pleasure P, even though Pleasure P is going around in interviews and he's telling everybody that the group is not together. And look, are you our brother or are you not? Even Spec has to say, I got to agree with Big Baby Swole. Like, what's going on with Pleasure P? He going around in the media circuit and kind of, talking bad about his brothers. And Blue said clearly, if you gonna act like this, then you are not my brother. So basically, if you want to do Pretty Ricky, then come on, we trying to accept you back in the fold. But if you don't want to do it, then get the fuck on. Now we see Pleasure P, and he tells us that he just got back from Australia and he's on this song with Amara La Negra. So we see them kind of going through the little motions of the song, and then afterwards they talking. And he asked her, what's going on with JoJo? JoJo and him ain't together no more, but he knew that Amara La Negra and JoJo were good friends. And she said, you know what? JoJo is friends with Bobby. And if you are friends with my enemy, you are my enemy. Period. I was like, girl, why does everything have to be so dramatic with Amara Negra? That's why I say her name like that, because it's always extra dramatic when it comes to her. Like somebody says, it's like a fucking walking novella. But Pleasure P can relate. You know what? He done with the group. It's been so much shit going on, and his eyes was opened. So he knows he needs to sit down and talk to him and tell him. All right, and he plans on doing that. But yeah, as far as he's concerned, he done with Pretty Ricky. Now, Bucky and her hair and Jesse Wu. They both have been fighting so many people this season that it's been hard for me to keep up whether or not they were friends. I thought they was cool, but possibly they weren't. Or maybe they didn't even have many scenes together this season. I honestly don't know. But, Bucky and her hair said, even though Jesse Woo Woo had something to say about me on social media, pooched and told her that she needs to let bygones be bygones because Miss Woo Woo is a good friend. Okay, so now Bucky and her hair, her and Woo Woo is cool. And Jesse said, she was just poking fun, but the fact that Bucky and her hair was able to, kind of laugh at it and let bygones be bygones, she good with her. So we fixing to turn up by going to Carnival. Jesse Woo Woo got something to do there. She wants to invite the girls, Bucky and her hair, Pooch. Okay, she wants them to come, and Bucky and her hair says, yeah, well, I can't go right now. And they was like, girl, why all of a sudden you just, you done brought it way down? And Bucky and her hair lets them know that, she went to the doctor and she got this thing called fibroids. I was like, girl, we clear on fibroids. You ain't got to explain it. We ain't that stupid watching this show. Shit. Although some days you just never know. But yeah, we got it on the fibroids thing. But she says that she needs to take care of that. And they was like, girl, please. You gonna take care of them fibroids, but you gonna still go to Carnival. We gonna have us a fine, fun-ass time. Am I saying it wrong? Carnival, or whatever it's called. We gonna have us a good-ass time. We gonna shake that ass in Fibroid's face. Okay, so they get Bucky and her hair, pumped up on the fact that, girl, we ain't gonna let, just because we a little sick and we bleeding a little extra than we normally would, that we ain't gonna let that stop us. Okay, so Bucky and her hair was like, oh, okay, well then, all right, she gonna go. And then, child, next thing we know, they at the carnival. I guess Mona was like, let's get this shit going. We need to end this show because I need to bring Atlanta on. Bucky and her hair there, Pooch there, Tip there. Bucky and her hair is glad she went. Okay, we see Woo Woo up there on the stage. She doing her little song. Everybody is it's always a party atmosphere. I would imagine the song would really have to suck for people not to enjoy it. Okay, we partying, we drunk. Maybe we not, but possibly could be. Okay, but everybody's dancing and having a good time. So yeah, just go and put that on. We gonna dance to that too. Bucky and her hair says, yeah, she ain't gonna let this Fibroids thing get to her. She gonna be back Betty and ever. And Jessie Woo says she got a lot more singing in her to do for y'all to wait and see. I said, well, we already closing out our stories early. I guess Mona really is trying to move this on along, huh? Now, Trick, he got his homie Buddy roll over. Buddy just got out of jail, been in jail 22 years and whatnots. And now, Buddy Roll and Trick is commiserating on how times have changed. Okay, when I went to jail, my baby was still in my baby mama's stomach. It's called being pregnant. Stupid. They talking about how the justice system is killing these kids and how these kids are killing each other. And, they just really got to do something to make some changes. Trick's answer to it is that they're going to do a mixtape. He done already talked to Balls Greasy and, Buddy Rowe. And it's one more that they're going to get together and, they're going to put this music out. And I guess the money from that is going to help the community. I didn't really see the correlation, but like I said, my brain, my molecules in my brain was slowly but surely burning away as I was watching this show. Just like this, y'all. Gone, just gone, gone. Now, Veronica is at the Hiawatha Pride, Hiawatha Pride. Y'all, I'm losing my mind. She's at the Hiawatha Pride event, all right, and supposedly it's this whole conservative town, so it's a big deal. She got her granny there, okay, she gonna make her granny proud. She gonna put her ruffles on and in her neon colors, and she gonna sing Guantanamera in Spanish. La dia Guantanamera. Maria Guantanamera. And Granny out there looking like, that is my baby. That is my baby. And then, honey, she take her ruffles off and she get to twerking and doing some shit. Okay, it's a real lackadaisical, real lazy kind of just like a little something. So I said, girl, even I can do better than that. What is you doing? Even her dances was fucked up. I was like, what is happening here? But child, it was still too much for Granny. Granny was looking like, oh Lord. Okay, abuelo, please cover your eyes up there in heaven. I said, why you got your granny watching this mess? Once it was over, she's backstage and she's proud of what she did, just being up on stage. Like, that is what she is born for. That is what she's been put on this earth to do. All right. They bring old Granny in there. Granny come and sit down next to her. And she says, your abuelo, he was very proud. But she's saying this in Spanish, but I'm giving you a little Spanish accent just to let y'all know. Okay. Abuelo is very proud of what you did. And she was like, so what did you think about the twerk part? She was like, yeah, abuelo had to turn it off. The TV was done. Jesus, come take this shit off my TV. But she had other people there. Bobby was there, Hollywood was there, and they enjoyed it. They said, yeah, it was a little different for her to, take it from Guantanamera to, the twerk song. But, it's all about fun. It's all about pride. They really enjoyed it, and people there seem to enjoy it too. So when Bobby walks in, he tells her how amazing she was. Oh, Prince and Liz was there as well. As a matter of fact, Prince and Liz are sitting backstage with her now. All right. And Bobby was like, yeah, I know Prince over there with his girl. And, he still kind of side-eyeing me and kind of got an attitude with me. But, honey, I got some tea for that ass. So then he tell Prince and Liz, he says, yeah, so I was talking to Chaotic the other day and he said he want to fuck Liz. Okay, so Chaotic is not your friend. Remember I told you guys they was leading us in this direction? See how I know how to call Mona's bullshit? Let's jump over to Spec's bachelor party. Didn't even know that they was having it. But you know, Big Baby Swole said, I know that Spec made me the best man at the last minute, but that don't mean nothing. Okay, watch us party now. Prince is at Spec's party. Prince got the whole hair blowed out, you know, real nice mushroom, like, you know, shit is blowing in the wind. And all that Prince want to do is talk to Chaotic about trying to fuck on Liz. And damn it, you know, he know that this is Spec's party, but hey, he got to handle it as a man. So he pulls Chaotic to the side and he says, I just wanted to talk to you. And I know you did say this because this is the kind of nigga that you are. But Bobby told me that you said that you wanted to fuck on Liz. How would you like it if I was like a friend of yours and I'm trying to say some shit like I wanted to fuck on your sister? Would you like that? Oh, no. Oh, no. Chaotic would not like that. And as a matter of fact, Chaotic was like, nigga, you treat Liz like shit. Now, don't try to compare your relationship with Liz to my relationship with my sister. All right. And he done made Chaotic so mad that Chaotic went back to his jumping the hurdle days and jumped on the fucking car that has a sunroof that was out, by the way. Your moon roof is gone. What are you gonna jump on, boy? He trying to get over there to Prince. Prince did not flinch because he knew the crazy 88s was close. They come rushing in. You know, Chaotic want to get to him. You know, this nigga, he ain't gonna do nothing. I'll fuck you up, you know. And all of a sudden, Prince ain't had no shirt on. I don't know when it happened. Well, I feel like they just got a whole bunch of scenes of Prince without a shirt with the crazy 88s that they just edit in when they have to. So yeah, they got all this going outside, you know, and Big Baby Swole says, you know, evidently Chaotic and Prince has gotten into some sort of scuffle out there, but that don't mean nothing. We gonna get everybody back into the club and then we gonna party. Except then Pleasure P shows up. And I must say that I am real confused on the Pleasure P Pretty Ricky thing. Now, I'm not sure if they putting 20 on 10 and trying to make it seem like, you know, there's just all these issues that they got to cut through. Or if we haven't been privy to all of the issues in Pretty Ricky. Now, we clear on Big Daddy Swole and his stupidity. We know that you know, they do have issues from when they were all in a group together, but I honestly don't understand where everybody is so emotional. And I really feel like they didn't tell us everything. And maybe some shit is not for us to know, but it makes it hard for me to understand why Pleasure P is you know, is just like this. You know, they trying to tell like, we love you, dog. And Pleasure P says, yeah, I love you too, but you know, I mean, we get all into the whole fact that they don't know each other as men, you know, that they don't hang out together, you know, and, you know, I mean, I was just confused. I honestly was confused. Now, if that's how they feel, then that's how they feel, but it's a disconnect there somewhere and it don't make sense to me. But as far as them getting to know each other, you know, Big Baby Swole was like, well, let's fix that. Let's start now. Let's get the family back together. Okay, let's put Pretty Ricky last and let's get to this family thing. Fine. But am I the only one that feels like we don't understand what the fighting and all of that is 100% with Pretty Ricky? Or is that just me? Now, Trina, she's performing her new album and she says that it's fire. She says that it feels good to be able to give her fans, you know, the music that she's been working on for the last couple of months. I said years. So after she finishes performing on the stage and she goes and sit down, Veronica's there. Veronica says that, you know, because she's trying to get her music back on track, she needs to, you know, break bread with Trina. All right, the legendary Trina. Okay. Now, one of the problems that I have with Miami, I finally realized it last night, is that Mona, in the interest of time and money, will have 4 different fucking storylines going on in one scene. It makes it very, very difficult to keep track of what the fuck is going on when it's 4 fights in one scene, all with different people, all for different reasons. Okay, and that is one of the reasons why Miami gets on my nerves. And this is a perfect example of that. So you guys stick with me, right? Okay, first we got Veronica talking to Trina. Story 1. Trick walks up and he says, you know what, Trina, the music is good, you know, whatever you putting out, this little sexy vibe that you got going on, but the people want TNT. Now we moving on to second story already. So you gonna get this little piddle-paddle shit that you doing out the way so we can get to some real ass music for the hood, the ratchets, what they want. She's looking at him like, no, they gonna get this music that we playing right now because it's a different time and it's a different generation. Well, child, why he say that? Joy is sitting right there. So while he talking about how he need the stripper pole and he need the drinks and all of that for, you know, the music that's about to come from them, Joy was like, oh, you need the stripper poles and whatnots, but you got a whole ass wife over here that you won't give a divorce to. Now, I'm still not clear on why we can't get this divorce. If it was just the money, it seemed like she could have been got that money from somewhere. Oh, and she did get the money from somewhere. You know what, my cousin Trina has given me the money to do this divorce so she can be free of him. You know, then they start arguing. So that's story number 3, nigga. 3 already. Now, clearly, Trick is bothered with the fact that Trina gave him the money. You know, all of the shit that we've been through, and this is how you do me. So now he get up and he walking off. And of course, Trina fussing at him that he always just leave. And that's classic Trick. Okay. Now, we then move on to Prince and Liz. They also there. And somehow we get on the conversation of Bobby. All right, and they're telling Tip Bobby is the issue, and that's the reason why Prince don't fuck with Bobby no more. And Tip was just like, okay, really, it's not just Bobby. Prince is the one that told us a long time ago that he don't want your ass, he don't fuck with you like that. You know, he had all this bad shit to say about you. He don't give a fuck about you, girl. And I'm just trying to tell you now, woman to woman. Now we done moved on to story 4. As a matter of fact, Tip believes that the words that Prince used was that she was a pawn. And he just uses her. So then they all get into a whole argument. And of course, Prince is mad at Miami Tip for saying some shit like that to his girl. All right, yeah, we did have problems in the past, but damn, we together now. Like, why would you even come up to her and say some shit like that to her? While they all going through their little issues, Pleasure P show up. He got on his red coat like Prince do. I was like, child, is this going to be another story with Pleasure P? I don't even know why he was there. Okay, then after Pleasure P shows up, then we got Amara La Negra show up. Okay, this is fucking 5 stories in one scene, you guys. Hello, Tip. Do you remember me? How can we forget the great Amara La Negra? Jessie Woo was sitting there on the couch as well. I forgot that the child was even there. But, you know, she's looking at Jessie Woo and she's just like, remember when you said that my mother can get it? Okay, yeah, I remember it, and it still applies. Mama can always get it. Okay, what is Amara La Negra there to do? All right, girl, you know you ain't no fighter. You not about to fight her. Ain't nobody threatened by you standing over there telling them, you know, yeah, remember. Like I said, just melodramatic. Miami Tip tries to diffuse it and says, yeah, girl, but I mean, that's just sort of how we talk. You know, people say you can get it, but you know, that's just us talking and waxing poetical on some shit. But ain't nobody really said who's gonna beat your mama ass. But Amara La Negra says, every time I turn around, it's some disrespect. Jessie Woo says that, look, she shouldn't have said that about the mama. Okay, so she apologizes. You know, as a matter of fact, she thinks that Amara La Negra is very beautiful and very talented. And Amara La Negra thinks the same about Jessie Woo. And the next thing you know, okay, 5 stories in, they are now big up in each other. They now love each other. They're now friends. And she says it's time to just let bygones be bygones. That's what Amara La Negra said. Okay, it's tired of fighting every fucking time. And I was like, good. So we get that out the way. Then we jump back to, what was it, storyline number 3? Or maybe it was 4. Prince is walking away and Tip is bothered. Why are you walking away when we was talking about, you know, the shit with Bobby? And Bobby was there too. Did I mention that Bobby was there? She was like, I don't understand what's wrong with Prince. And, you know, then she finds out about, you know, Chaotic trying to fuck on Liz. Of course, Prince is upset. So when they find out that Liz done left, he was like, well, what the hell do you expect for her to do? Okay, now you done said all this shit about her. Why? Like, I ain't never done nothing to you guys. I've never said shit about you, your people that you seeing or anything. For you guys to come and say this shit to her face that I supposedly said, like, that wasn't cool. We were supposed to be friends. Like, why would you do this? They was all like, we misunderstand what you say. Okay, now you told us that you wasn't fucking with her like that no more. And for us to let you know when you know, if you do decide to go back with her, you know, for us to stop you. All right. So now when we trying to say what it is, you getting upset. I mean, they don't understand. And then all of a sudden it moves into this whole touching talk. And Bobby was like, I'm glad that we, you know, talking. The whole thing was just blown out of proportion. And that everybody, the three of them used to be, like they said, the three amigos. And they all stopped talking when everybody was confused, I guess, on Princess's relationship with Liz. When a nigga get him a woman, okay, let him be with his woman. That means that we all can't hang out like we used to. I got other things to do. Okay, I got a woman now. So I'm not quite sure what Bobby and Tip expected of Prince. Everybody says, you know what, girl, shoot me if I say I'm going to get back with his ass ever again. And then you be back with him. So, you know, so they act like this is brand new and it's not. So I was just like, the whole conversation was dumb. But 5 stories, you guys. 5. And then lastly, you guys, we get the final words. So I'm just going to read down the list of what everybody said. Veronica Vega said that she's going to win. Bucky in her hair said she's proud that she got through the surgery, that she's a better person, but she's still out there snatching wigs if she have to. Jessie Woo says coming back to Miami was hard, but now she's going to live her dream. Chaotic said he refuses to let anything get him down. Kiana says she's happy. All right, her and Gunplay don't look like they're together, but you know what? Their relationship is still pretty cool, and she's happy with that. And Gunplay tells us that he do love Kiana, but right now it's all about the music. So like I said, I don't think they're together. Amara La Negra said that her life has changed for the better, sometimes for the worse. It just kind of depends on the day, but she's proud. She was finally able to buy her mother a house, so it's happening for Amara La Negra. Prince said that he signed with Kent Jones and it's only up from there. Bobby said that he signed and his music is out and nobody is stopping him. Big Baby Swole said we taking things back to square one. We putting the family first and getting the family back together. Pleasure P said he and the boys found a new love for family. Spectacular said he's excited about the Millennium Tour he's going on with B2K. Trick says that he wants to do the TNT album, but until then he just opened up his own restaurant, and bitch, I got my pots. And Trina says things are great. She's focused on her empire and she's still the queen of Miami and nothing is holding her back. And that was the finale of Love and Hip Hop Miami season 2. Alright, rock stars, that's 2 videos down. 1 more to go. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. itsrox. The channel is for It's Rocks. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.